What's up, Planeswalkers? This is Mike with Goblin Town Gaming Center, and I am here with the Planeswalker deck, Jace, Ingenious Mind Mage, out of the new Ixalan set. Oh yes, here we are, Jace, in all his glory. He looks awesome. Looks like a pretty powerful Planeswalker, too. It's a 6 mana cost Planeswalker, but he is foily, so that's a plus. Alright. Pop this out of there. Get a good look at him. Jace, the Ingenious Mind Mage. +1, draw a card. +1, untap all creatures you control. And then in the -9, gain control of up to 3 target creatures. Just gain control. Gank. Take them away. Alright, let's open up this here and see what its contents are. I know you guys get 2 packs to open up with these, plus your 60 card standard legal set, or your deck. We'll open those up at the end. Alright, have not looked at what is actually in these decks yet, but I see a Merfolk in the front, and from what I saw during pre-release weekend, these Merfolk are quite powerful. They can get going quick. All right. Herald of Secret Streams. 3 and a blue. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them cannot be blocked. Fleet Swallower. Whenever Fleet Swallower attacks target player, puts the top half of his or her library rounded up into his or her graveyard. Grasping Current. I believe this one is the specific. Let's see, 282. Yeah, this one is specific to this deck. So return up to 2 target creatures you control. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Search your library and or graveyard for a card named Jace, Ingenious Mind Mage. This guy. Put it in your hand, and if you search your library this way, shuffle it. A couple of those in there. Cuminous Speaker gets +1/+1 as long as you control another Merfolk. Deeproot Warrior. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn, when it becomes blocked. Jungle Delver. 3 and a 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. You can see the theme of this deck. It's getting +1/+1 heavy, that's for sure. Cuminous Speaker, another Warrior. Jace's Sentinel. As long as you control a Jace Planeswalker, it also gets +1/+0 and cannot be blocked. Shaper's Apprentice. It has flying as long as you control another Merfolk. When Vine Shaper Mystic enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target Merfolk you control. Shapers of Nature. 3 and a green. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. 2 and a blue. Remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control and draw a card. Jade Guardian. A 4 mana cost, 2/2 hexproof. When it enters the battlefield, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a target Merfolk. Headwater Sentries. 2/5 for 4. Tempest Caller. When it enters the battlefield, tap all creatures target opponent controls. A 2/3 for 4. Air Elemental. A 4/4 for 5. And then you get into your lands. Like we've got a playset of Woodland Streams, some Forest, some Islands, and a few more cards. River Herald's Boon. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and 1 on a target Merfolk. Castaway's Despair. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I had a play set of those. Looks like a really good Merfolk deck, actually. Pretty impressed with that. Alright, let's see what's in these packs. See if we can make this deck just a little bit more powerful. Alright. Legion's Judgment, Skittering Heartstopper, Jade Guardian, those are in there. Shaper Apprentice, Spell Pierce, that might be an include. Ritual Rejuvenation, Wind Strider, Fire Cannon Blast, Spreading Rot, Costly Plunder, Wanted Scoundrels. When it dies, target opponent creates 2 colorless treasure tokens that you can sack for any color mana. Field of Ruin. Add a colorless to your mana pool, pay 2, sacrifice it, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls, and then each player searches his or her library for a basic land and enters it, puts it onto the battlefield. At Kazan Archer for 2 and a green, has reach, it's a 1/4, and you can have it fight another target creature. This is pretty nice if you have something on your battlefield that has Enrage that gets triggered by that, because you could then ping that, and then, whatever the Enrage trigger is for that creature, it can cause that to happen. And the Dragon Skull Summit. Yeah, Dragon Skull Summit. When it enters the battlefield, it enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain. And there's our mountain. All right, perfect. Something I really like about this one is that dragon right there. It looks pretty wicked. All right. Queen's Bay Soldier, Rummaging Goblin, Bishop's Soldiers, March of the Drowned, Spike-tailed Ceratops, Opt, Crushing Canopy, Unfriendly Fire, Dive Down, Grazing Whiptail, and then we have a Steadfast Armasaur, Vigilance 2/3 for 4, pay 2, tap, and it deals damage equal to its toughness to target creature blocking or blocked by it. River Sneak. River Sneak can't be blocked. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Ranging Raptors. Enrage. Whenever Ranging Raptors is dealt damage, you may search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Spell Swindle. This one's pretty nice. Counter target spell. Create X colorless artifact tokens where X is that spell's converted mana cost. They have tap and sacrifice it for any color mana to add to your mana pool. And we have a swamp. Dinosaur token. Rawr. Alright. Thanks for joining me, guys. Had some pretty good pulls here. Got to check out that new Jace deck. If you guys have played it or if you played against any of these Planeswalker decks, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I think they did a really good job this time around. And if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and share this with your friends. And for Goblin Town Gaming Center, we will see you guys next time.